You're welcome back from that music break. We've been having interesting discussion in the studio. In case you're just joining us, this is 93.5 ASO Radio FM, and this show is called School of Marriage. It's Friday's edition of ASO Radio's talk show, and today the topic is navigating financial storms in marriage. And we've been talking about different points. Today, we talked about the need to avoid blame game, the need to have emergency fund, and the need to reduce unnecessary spending. And before we went on break, I talked about the danger of window shopping, and I said that as a person, I've decided not to go near the window, n- neither near the door nor the gate of the shop, except I have a list, a
Mm-hmm.
plan of items to get, and I just get the items and run out. I run like I'm running for my life. So let's keep talking about some ways you can navigate financial storms in marriage, because this is something that breaks marriages,
Yeah,
and so
very,
it's very
very
important we talk
serious.
about
It's a
it.
serious
There are
topic,
people that get married and all is well as long as the finances go well,
Yeah, yeah.
and the storms come up, and you just start seeing people say, I can't take it any longer.
Mm,
Uh, they no born me, make I come suffer.
mm-hmm,
Some will
mm-hmm,
say that I can't go back to poverty.
mm,
If it means me leaving the marriage, I better
mm-hmm.
leave. I need to
Yeah.
enjoy the good life no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But you are there to navigate the storm together, and there is a need for you to keep checking in, keep saving, keep avoiding some things when the going is good.
Mm,
Because the temptation, financial temptation, is to think that life will always be good.
yeah.
There'll be no storm. The money will always be there,
Mm-hmm.
and the ease of spending will always be there.
Mm,
But life happens. Just one pronouncement from the government can change a whole
yeah.
lot of situation.
Yeah.
One policy can change a whole lot of situation and can cause financial storm for some couples, for some families. So you need to start planning ahead. Whether you are an independent worker, that means you are self-employed, you own your own business, or you are employed by another organization or a parastatal. Just know that life can happen, and there's a need for you to be careful
Mm,
financially, because in as much as love is sweet, you find out that finances can also break marriages,
mm-hmm.
because quite a number of marriages have been broken as a result of financial challenges.
Yeah, how you handle finance can make or mar that relationship. Some people, finance has helped them to grow, to for their love to blossom and all that. But for others, this same finance has destroyed their marriage. So you need to be really careful and wise when it comes to finance, when it comes to dealing with money matters and marriage. All right, another point we have here talks about the fact that you need to check in regularly. To navigate financial storm, you need to check in regularly, with each other. Set out times where you talk about finance. There are couples who don't like talking about finance at
Money.
all. They don't like talking about money. It's like a topic that is that it's a no-go area. They don't want to even talk about it. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to have discussions or conversation when it comes to money. But as couples, as people who spend money, who need money, there is need for you to talk about it. Talk
Yeah.
about the good part, talk about the not so good part. Talk about your progress. How are you doing financially? As couples, there is need for you to assess yourself from time to time. Look at yourself, look at how you're doing with your finance, look at the budget you set, the plans you made. How are we following this? Are we able to keep up with this plan? Are we able to follow through with this plan, with this budget? How are we doing? Did we derail at this point? From time to time, it's very important that we do this. People that work that are in the secular work, they do monitoring and evaluation. They evaluate themselves from time to time to know how they are doing when it comes to certain projects. So why would we as couples not behave like that? Find time to talk about it, discuss issues. Okay, what are we going to spend this week? What do we plan spending money on? That will really help you to reduce spending anyhow. That's just the truth. Sometimes you see people come to you to ask for money. If it's not in the plan, as in, some people can be this strict, like they don't even give out, they don't dash out money, give out money if it's not in their plan to do so that week or that period or that month, or when certain money is expected. There is truly need to be disciplined when it comes to money matters. If you don't want it to ruin you, you have to be disciplined, you have to be deliberate, and you have to be able to be open enough to talk about it, talk about things that you're not doing well, maybe where you're having difficulty following through certain things. Let's talk about it and know how we can help each other. If it's for you to if you know that belonging or having certain apps on your phone makes you spend unnecessarily, you talk about it with your spouse and find a way to maybe delete, or they can help you one way or the other. But when you don't talk about things, when you don't express your weaknesses, your strength, your challenges when it comes to financial matter, your spouse will not know, and you won't know how to help each other. So you find yourself going through the same situation over and over and over, and you find yourself quarreling over and over the same issue. That's because you don't talk about it, you don't bring it and say, okay, let's have a discussion around this matter. Don't be afraid to talk about money. If you can talk about every other thing, why are you afraid to talk about money? Money is, people look at money as if money is a god, a mini god. Like, we have to treat money as though it's your servant, and you will use it. It's a tool for you. Don't be afraid to talk about money. Yeah.
Yeah, there are people who really worship money. So
Mm-hmm.
you won't be wrong to say that there are people who look at money like a
A
mini
mini
god,
god.
and you need to understand that you're supposed to use money. Don't let money use you.
Yeah.
Don't let money control you. You have to
Mm-hmm.
control money. And I want to just add a little voice. You talked about people who are so strict that if there is a need for charity,
Mm-hmm.
if it's not budgeted, they won't. For me, I would want to just give a balance that there should be a budget line for charity,
Yeah.
because not everything God has given you is meant for you alone.
Yes.
That's what I believe. I
Mm-hmm.
believe part of what God has given you is to also help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the poor you always have with you. But let me also bring another balance, because this is where I had my weakness, which I
Mm-hmm.
am also learning, and that will bring me to the next point. Because I used to be this kind of person that if you should give me 100,000 naira now, and I'm walking out of this studio, if I should see 10 people who meet me and tell me they need 10,000 naira, they come with their stories that touch, I'll share that 100,000 for the 10 of them and walk
Mm-hmm.
away. That,
Empty.
yeah, that used to be a weakness because of my soft heart. I cannot just bear seeing someone else in need. I would
Mm-hmm.
prefer to be the one to
To be in
sacrifice.
need.
I will be able to go through. I don't want to use a cliche, but I don't want to see someone else going
Mm-hmm.
through such. However, I
Yeah.
have realized that there are people that take advantage of your soft heart.
Yes. So
Some people
true.
know that you are that good and they
Mm-hmm.
just target you. They may even have more money in their
Than
account
you.
than you, but
Yeah.
because they have made a restriction or a discipline not to touch that
Yes.
money in their account,
Mm-hmm.
but they need to spend money on something. They don't want to touch their own money in their account.
Mm-hmm.
They know this is the soft hearted guy, the
Mm-hmm.
nice guy. They
Mm-hmm.
now come and take advantage of you. So you need to, because I learned from the things I suffer. So you don't need to suffer to
Mm-hmm.
learn from my experience.
Yeah.
So make a budget
Mm-hmm.
to balance it.
Yeah.
Don't be the one that will give out everything you have, and your home is now suffering.
Mm.
you know you should have a budget line for
Yeah.
charity, and
Yeah.
when anyone comes, you can draw from that budget line.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to exhaust the whole money there,
Mm.
before the next income. So there is just a need for balance in
Mm-hmm.
this case, because
Yeah.
there are people who are genuinely in need. But it
Yes.
tests everyone, because if the only time someone remembers you,
Yeah, it's
pick
when they
the
are
phone
in need.
and calls you,
Mm.
it's only when they are in need, and you help the first time, the second time, the third time, you should know that the person is just taking undue
Advantage
advantage
of
of you.
it.
But there are people that you have a relationship, and once in a while, you know that, oh, this person is really going through
Mm.
some storm, and you need to be there. That's life. There are
Yeah.
ups and downs. So give out when you need to give out,
Yeah.
but also ensure that you have a budget line for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so that brings me to the next point, because this was what helped me,
Mm.
seeking the guidance of the experts, financial
Mm.
experts. You may need to seek their help, their advice, their counsel, on how to use your money.
Mm.
Let me let you know that there is no time you will ever have enough money.
Enough.
So don't think that it's because this is my salary, that's why it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that money is multiplied,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it will still not be enough. There will still
Yeah.
be more needs for you to
Yeah.
meet. The needs will keep increasing. That's
Mm-hmm.
economic principle.
Yeah.
Your wants will just keep going on. So
Increasing.
you will need to sieve out which are my needs,
Mm.
which are the wants, and prioritize your needs. So you need to seek financial experts and have people advise you, okay, if this is your income, do you know you can do this, you can do this, you can spend like this, you can cut out this amount every month, you can save or invest in this scheme, a genuine scheme, please,
Mm.
and study well, please study well, because we have
Yeah.
also suffered
Mm-hmm.
by investing in
Mm-hmm.
certain
Yeah.
areas that have turned to
Yeah.
stories. But life
Yeah.
goes on. You won't let it break your heart so much, So you need to understand the financial game,
Mm.
and know where to invest, when to invest, and
Mm-hmm.
get your funds multiplied. But a little token, no matter how much you are earning,
Mm.
you can cut something aside for investment,
Mm.
because you would still survive if you were receiving 75%
Of
of what
that.
you are being paid now.
Yeah.
And even if you are giving 200% of what you are being paid now, that means it's doubled.
Mm.
You would still not meet all your needs
Mm.
and the needs
Mm.
of your loved ones.
Yeah.
So there is a need to apply wisdom, financial wisdom. And if you are gifted with it, good and fine. But if you know you need to learn, please learn. Buy books,
Mm.
listen to programs on radio, on TV, financial programs,
Mm-hmm.
go for trainings, workshops, so equip yourself, learn
Yeah.
from the experts. I'm still learning, I'm still a
Mm-hmm.
student. I'm a student in the School of Marriage, I'm a student in the School of Finance. So
Finance.
let's keep learning. I think at this point we'll need to take a break, and say some thank you. But don't forget, we are all students.
Yeah.
You need to learn in the School of Marriage, just as
Mm-hmm.
we encourage you to listen to programs on marriage, and buy books on marriage, attend seminars on marriage. We also encourage you to listen to programs on finances,
Yeah.
attend seminars on finances, buy books that will help your financial intelligence, and let's all get better together. Remember to share love with your neighbor, be your brother's keeper. So we're not saying because you want to be prudent financially, you will
Mm.
not help, but also remember that there could be stormy days ahead. So
Yeah.
let's just have a balance in all of this. All right, say the thank yous on our behalf.
All right, we want to say a very big thank you to you. Thanks for tuning in, for listening today. We want to thank our producer, Adams Momo, our supervising producer, CJ, the technical crew, and our DCA, Tina. Thank you so much for making today's edition a great success. Let's do it again. Same time, same station. My name is Gloria Oricha.
My name is Emmanuel Oricha, saying don't give up and have a lovely weekend.